Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're connecting from. You're welcome to today's live stream. Please confirm you can hear me loud and clear. Also confirm you can see my screen. I'm so excited to have you in today's class. You're welcome, you're welcome. How has been trading? I hope it's been profitable. Hope trading has been profitable. Confirm you can hear me. Confirm you can see my screen. If you have any question, if there's any pair you want me to analyze, please let me know in the comment section. You're welcome. You're welcome. If you have any question or there's any pair you want me to analyze, I'd like to know in the comment section. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please drop a comment. Also confirm you can see my screen. You're welcome. Okay, so I want to believe you can hear me. I want to believe you can hear me loud and clear. So we'll start by looking at the fundamentals for today. Two countries have released news to China manufacturing PMI was released 8:30 a.m. Nigerian time, and Australia released its cash rate 5:30 a.m. Nigerian time, and the value remains the same. The forecast, the previous, and the actual value is the same thing. And they'll be having a conference. Okay, they've already held the conference 6:30 a.m. and the only news that is left is the United States JOLTS job openings. That will be released by 3 p.m. Nigerian time. And I would advise, if you're considering trading USD pairs, you should wait for this news to be released. Wait for this news to be released. And if you insist on trading USD pairs before this news, ensure that you're conservative. Ensure that you're conservative. Don't go all in before the news. I've always advised that you risk 30% before the news, 30% of your daily drawdown before the news. And after the news is released, if you see a good setup, you can execute more trades. Okay, but don't risk all before the news. I hope that is clear. Muda, morning. It's been a while. How are you? Okay, so that's my take on fundamentals. You either wait for things to be released so you can risk all, or you're going with 30%. Then after the news, you can risk more. Okay, let's go to the chart. I don't want this class to exceed 30 minutes. So by 10:30, we should be done with this class by 10:30. Shouldn't spend more than 30 minutes here. Okay. If you have any question, you have any pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. Like I suggested in the last session we had, I suggested that instead of having these sessions in the morning, I think having it in the evening will be, I think, is more convenient for you guys. So I would like in the class in the evening by 8:39, or we should be having it in the morning. I noticed the attendance, the participation in the morning is very low. And I guess it's because people are busy, people are at work. That's the reason they can't attend the morning session. So I'm thinking maybe we should be having the daily market review and outlook session in the evening. So I'll just share with you guys what my expectations are for the day. I'd like to know what you think, what's your take on that? Which of the session is more convenient for you, the morning session or the evening session? I would like to know. Good morning, Mr. Sam. Good morning, Mr. Raphael. Good morning. So let's start by looking at DXY. DXY dollar has been dribbling a lot of traders, and what can we see? Yesterday was strongly bearish. Yesterday was bearish. Dollar was bearish yesterday, and as you can see, it is still bearish. Dollar is still bearish. You cannot buy dollar now, and I will not advise that you sell dollar now, though it is still bearish. Not advise that you sell dollar now. The best time to have sold dollar would be today is Tuesday, the open of the market yesterday. That would have been the best time to sell the dollar. So if you had not sold dollar yesterday, I would not advise that you sell dollar now. I would not advise that you sell dollar, though dollar is still bearish. So I think dollar is going for this fair value gap. This could be the next target for dollar. And if it breaks out from this fair value gap, then its next target will be this fair value gap. That is my take for the dollar. That is my take for the dollar. Now, dollar has swept the liquidity that was residing at the low of yesterday, which yesterday, yeah, it has swept that liquidity. Let's go down to 4-hour. Okay. So this morning, it has swept the liquidity that was residing at the low of yesterday, and we can see it created a fair value gap here. Now, if you want to join the bearish trend, you could wait for price to pull back. Okay, you could wait for price to pull back. Let's see. Okay, you could wait for price to pull back. You can see we have this fair value gap here. If you want to join the bearish move, you could wait for price to pull back to this fair value gap before you sell. Okay, wait for price to pull back to this fair value gap before you sell. Now, when price pulls back to this fair value gap, you must ensure that you see your bearish pattern. Your bearish pattern should form after this fair value gap gets filled. That is when you should sell, because it's also possible for price to break out from this fair value gap and keep, aiming for fair value gaps above it. Okay, so ensure you see a bearish reversal pattern before you join the sell move. Okay, so my bias for the dollar today, going by what we have on the daily, and let's see daily. Okay, still bearish. Okay, if I would risk buying dollar, then there has to be a bullish reversal pattern. A bullish reversal pattern must form. Okay, you can see. So it still have a lot of fair value gap it wants to fill. Okay, so this will be a very good zone to consider. These fair value gaps, this will be a very good zones to consider buying. Okay, if you want to buy, you should wait for price to come fill one of these fair value gaps before you buy. Okay, it should fill one of these fair value gaps before you buy. Okay, so dollar is still bearish at the moment. Dollar is still bearish at the moment. I hope that is clear. Let's see yen basket. So yen is still very, as you can see, yen is still bullish. Yen is still bullish. Let's start with the daily. Though I'm expecting sells on yen, you can see it is still bullish. What played out on yen? You can see, I think, last liquidity residing at this low. And after sweeping the liquidity, we had an inverted here, and that is the reason yen has been bullish. You can see yen has been bullish, and it has swept liquidity. I think it has swept liquidity residing at these highs. Let's see the weekly. Maybe that's the high of last week. Yeah, you can see. So it has swept the liquidity residing at the high of last week. Okay, so it's likely going to retrace after sweeping buy side liquidity or external range liquidity. We expect price to retrace back to an internal range liquidity. Okay, we expect price to retrace back to an internal range liquidity. And on this daily time frame, we have this fair value gap it has created. So I would love to see yen basket retrace back to fill this fair value gap. That's my expectation for yen today. So you can see, let's see, it might, okay, this fair value gap here that has not been filled. There's this fair value gap here that has not been filled, so it might want to fill value gap before going bearish. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking for sales on yen. I'm looking for sales on yen. So if a bearish reversal pattern forms, it has not swept this high. So there's still high probability it's going to fill this gap. There's still high probability it has not swept this high. This high, okay, this high has not been swept. There's a high probability it's going to sweep this high before going bearish. Okay, so I'm waiting for a bearish reversal pattern to form on a yen basket before you can see it has formed a shooting star here. Formed a shooting star here, and the normal street traders will have executed sell after the formation of the shooting star. So there's a high probability they would sweep this liquidity before going bearish. And if they don't sweep that liquidity, let's see what we have on 15 minutes, then you could look for your sales. So it's either that you can see this physical high. There's a high probability, 70 to 80% probability they're going to sweep it. But if they don't sweep it, you could look for sales below this support zone. Okay, look for your sales below this support zone. I hope that is clear. That is my take on yen. If 1 hour candle closes below this zone, you could look for your sales. Okay, look for your sales. If you have any question or there's any pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. If there's any pair you want me to analyze, let me know. So that's it for yen and dollar index. Let's look at GBP USD. So you can see 15 minutes GBP USD. Not clear direction. So let's start with the, as you can see, like a spinning bottom, right? You can see Monday swept the liquidity residing at this low. It swept this liquidity, right? It swept this liquidity, and I think if we go down to lower time frame, let's see if there's a fair value gap here on the daily time frame. Okay, so we had a fair value gap here also on a daily time frame. Okay, we had this fair value gap. So you can see. So going by what we have on the daily time frame, this is a bullish pattern on a daily time frame. This is a bullish pattern. We can only consider selling if price breaks out from this support. That's when we can consider selling, or price fills this fair value gap. Okay, these are the areas you should be considering selling GBP USD. Right now, it is bullish. Right now, it is bullish. Okay, right now it is bullish. If you are considering selling, you should look for your sell at these fair value gaps. So the area you should look for your sales. These fair value gaps areas you should consider selling. That is what I see on GBP USD. Okay, GBP USD. Though on a 4-hour time frame we have, this is a ranging market. It's been in a range. Okay, and as you can see here also, let's go down to 1 hour. I think it's just filled the fair value gap on 1 hour. Can you see this fair value gap on 1 hour? Price just filled this fair value gap. Yeah, it just filled this fair value gap on 1 hour, as you can see. Okay, so it just filled this fair value gap. If price breaks out from this zone, you might want to consider selling GBP USD. If 1 hour candle closes below this range, the low of this range, then we could look for sales. We could risk selling. We could risk selling. We could risk selling. I think the reason it broke out from this fair value gap, let's go down to 15 minutes. Probably there's still a fair value gap above this one on 15 minutes time frame. That could be the reason. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So we have this here. Okay. So you can see that. So that could be the reason. And the market is currently, I think, is trading okay. So a break out from this range, you could look for sales if the market breaks the low of this range. If 1 hour closes below the low of that range, you could look for sales. Okay, you could look for sales, but before you sell GBP USD, ensure that DXY is bullish. Before you sell GBP USD, ensure that dollar index is bullish. Okay, ensure that dollar index is bullish. Mr. Emmanuel, okay, good, okay. All right, it's okay, we'll look at gold. We'll definitely look at gold before we end the class. Mr. Emmanuel, you're welcome. So, Euro USD, Euro USD. Please give the video a thumbs up if you haven't done that. Give it a thumbs up so that others can get to see this video. Give the video a thumbs up if you haven't done that. And if it's your first time joining the live stream, please do subscribe to the channel so that anytime I come on live, you get notified by YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Okay, so let's start with the weekly. So yesterday, weekly, so far you can see for some weeks now, when you look at the chart like this, you can see that Euro USD has been in a range. This should tell you that for the past several weeks or months now, the market has really been challenging. It's really been challenging. It is obvious, you can see the market has been in a range. And when the market is in a range, it's very difficult to make profits. It is very challenging. It is obvious, you can see. So you are not the only one experiencing the challenge. You can see. The truth is that sometimes the market condition would not be suitable for your strategy. That is just the truth. And during that period, all you need to do is to preserve your capital. That is all you need to do. Preserve your capital, manage risk properly. See, Euro USD has been in a range. So if you've been eating SL on Euro USD back to back, it's because of the market condition and not your strategy. Okay, not your strategy. Okay, not your strategy. So the market has been in a range for some time. So see daily, so you can see. Can you see it? Can you see the daily range? Can you see the daily range? Very low, very low. Daily range is very low. You can see that. So it's not your strategy. It's just the market condition. Okay, it's just the market condition. So what can I see here on Euro USD? Let me go back to the weekly. So this candle closed as a shooting star 2 weeks ago. The candle closed as a shooting star. Last week closed bearish. This is a bearish reversal pattern. This is a bearish reversal pattern. Okay, let's go out to daily. After the formation of that shooting star on the weekly, you can see we have this fair value gap it's created here, which could be the reason for the buy we are seeing in the market now. This fair value gap, that could be the reason. That could be a reason for the buy we are seeing right now on Euro USD. So I think Euro USD will sell from what I'm seeing here. Okay, I think Euro USD is going to sell. Most likely would come to fill. Will first of all sweep all this liquidity siding at these lows. You can see this liquidity that has created to this trend line. Okay, it is likely going to sweep all this liquidity, then fill this fair value gap. Okay, let's go to, so we have this fair value gap on the daily time frame. Let's go to 4 hour. Let's go to 4 hour. So on 4 hour also, okay, on 4 hour, we still have this fair value gaps too. On 4 hour, it might also come to fail. See, this week is NFP week. That's why the direction for the dollar is not clear. It's NFP week. Farm payroll will be released on Friday. So it's just swept the liquidity here, and we have this fair value gap here. So this. Okay, so it's likely going to come and fill this fair value gap before going bearish. Okay. Personally, I will be looking for sells if 1 hour candle is able to close below this demand area. If 1 hour candle is able to close below this demand area, okay, if 1 hour candle closes below this demand area, I would risk selling Euro USD, this demand area. Okay, if it closes below this zone, I would risk selling Euro USD. But if it breaks out from this resistance, then we should expect more buys. Okay, right now I would not advise that you sell or buy Euro USD. I would not advise you buy or sell. Okay, unless you already have a trade on Euro USD. For those of you who are buying Euro USD or GBP USD, good. Okay, but if you don't have a trade on Euro USD, GBP USD, don't buy, don't sell now. If you want to risk buying, wait for breakout from this resistance. If you want to risk selling, wait for breakout from this demand zone. That's my take on Euro USD. Is that clear? So let's look at GJ, then we'll look at gold. Then unless you have questions or you have any pair you want me to analyze. Okay. Okay, so GJ still bearish at the moment. Let's start with the daily time frame. GJ is still very bearish, very bearish, very bearish. GJ has been bearish since yesterday. Very bearish. I took a buy yesterday on GJ and it hit my SL. I bought GJ yesterday and it smashed my SL. So I'm just observing GJ right now, waiting for another opportunity to strike, to buy. Okay, it is bearish at the moment, but this is not the right time. You cannot sell GJ now. You cannot sell GJ now. You cannot sell GJ. GJ should retrace back to a premium area before you sell. You cannot sell GJ now, please. Okay, you should wait for it to pull back at least. There's a tiny fair value gap here. Let it pull back to this fair value gap. before. There's a tiny fair value gap here. You'll see it clear on lower time frame. Let me go to 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so there's a tiny fair value gap here. If you want to sell it, wait for it to retrace back. You can't sell from it should be buys, okay, and not sell. In the comment section. If you're here to give a thumbs up, please do. If you are new to the channel, first time participating on the live stream, please do subscribe to the channel so that anytime I come on live, you get notified by YouTube to subscribe. Okay, so let's look at gold. Gold. Let's look at gold. Okay, so gold has been bearish. Gold has been bearish. Let's start with the daily time frame. Okay, gold has been bearish. Gold has been bearish. Let's see. So it's likely coming to fill. Let's see. Let's go to 4 hour. Gold is bearish at the moment. Bearish at the moment. Most likely it's coming to fill this fair value gap. Okay, it's likely coming to fill this fair value gap. Okay. Fill this fair value gap. If it breaks out from that fair value gap, then we should expect more sells on gold. But I don't think it's the right time to sell gold. This is where you should have entered sell on gold. If you didn't sell from this point, you shouldn't sell from the current market price. I think it has done over 600 pips. It has done over 600 pips from this point. So you shouldn't sell gold from the current market price. You'll be taking a very high risk if you sell it. You'll be taking a very high risk because right now it's at a discount area. You apply a Fibonacci from this low to this swing high. It's either gold is at a discount area or equilibrium. Let's apply our Fibonacci. Let's work with this swing low to swing high. Yeah, I think it's at discount area below 50. You can see. So this is not the right time to sell. This is not the right time to sell. Okay. Because it might pull back anytime soon. It might pull back anytime soon. So see these fair value gaps that it has created. It might want to pull back to fill these fair value gaps. Okay, so that's my take on gold. Don't sell gold now. Don't sell gold. You look for buys. Okay, you could look for buys. Don't sell it now, though it is bearish. Okay, though it is bearish, so and it's best you flow with the trend. It's best you flow with the trend. So you could wait for price to retrace, then sell. Okay, don't trade against the trend. So I think that'll be all for this session. If you have any question, let me know. If you're interested in my signal service, you can send me a message on WhatsApp. Okay. If you have an account with Aurum Broker, you're paying just 10,000 naira to access the signal monthly. If you are my student, you pay just 5,000 naira. Aurum clients, you pay 10,000 naira. If you are my student, you pay 5,000 naira monthly, and you only renew your subscription if you end the month in profit. If you make profit at the end of the month, that's only when you are required to renew your subscription. You don't pay if you don't make profits at the end of the month. You don't renew your subscription. Okay, so you can send me a message on WhatsApp. You can send me a message on WhatsApp if you are interested. This offer is for a limited time. Okay. 378361189. That's my WhatsApp number. If you are interested, send me a message on WhatsApp. Any question? Do you have any question? My mastery course is also available. If you've not gotten it, you can get yours today. How to make money trading with max price action strategies available for 15,000 naira. 15,000 naira. Your purchase gives you access to 1 month mentorship. 1 month mentorship. You have access to Zoom classes. At least we meet 3 times in a week. You also have the privilege to send me a message. You have a privilege to call me. Okay. If you have any challenge, you can always reach out to me. Okay. That's the difference between these classes we're having on YouTube and the private session. Okay. You have access to me anytime. You can call me, ask questions, and your questions will be attended to immediately. That's the difference. That's the difference. So I appreciate every one of you for your participation. Amuda, Mr. Raphael, Mr. Sam, Mr. Emmanuel. You guys will notice, you would observe that I've not been active for some days now, especially those of you that are my students. And that's because I have not been feeling fine. I'm recovering fast. I'm recovering fast. I'm recovering fast. So I appreciate every one of you for your participation, and I wish you all a profitable trading day. For those of you in the group, the conversation continues in the group. Bye for now.